Hey, Trinkets. I just wanted to share with you this PDF catalog that I just made. Actually, I've made it a couple weeks ago, but I've not had the opportunity to share it with everyone. So I'm now taking that chance, taking that opportunity, throwing it out to you guys so that you actually have the ability to start using these tools and these products that I've been working on for so long. So this is the Ancestral catalog. This is the foundational layer that I'm creating for you to be able to kind of organize your thoughts and put words down to the stuff that you already know, because you are a wealth of information about your ancestry, about your genealogy already, and you don't need the gatekeeping of your ancestors or your elders or your parents to be able to actually start utilizing that information. So this is just the first cover page. I wanted to kind of talk to you briefly about how to fill it out just for your own knowledge and your own information. So here is your generation. This is you. This is referring to you. So I'm looking at your children, your siblings. Just go ahead and write down their names. I like to keep the information of the date of birth, your married name, maiden name, if it's relevant, your date of birth, if you have a sibling that died, their date of death, and just keeping this information, cataloging this information is really useful. So you have one place to kind of look back as you're continuing your work over time. So you have your children, I have a little dot here that shows their children. So depending on how and where you're at in your life stages, your children may have children. Go ahead and write down their information and any relevant date of birth, date of death, if they're married, their maiden name, married name, anything that you find to be relevant. Moving forward, now we have your parents. So I'm looking at your father and your mother. I'm also looking at your father's siblings and your mother's siblings. So your aunts, your uncles. I specifically didn't, well, when I was creating this PDF, I wasn't using the married in relations, but you totally can. And again, same information, date of birth, date of death, married name. Nicknames are really useful because sometimes when you're doing research, you'll start to understand, oh, his first name was Glenn, but he went by Dale. So all of his legal information within census records might be under Dale. And it's just a nice way to jot this down, write this down, so you don't have to continue to second guess or continue to hoard that information in your brain. You can get it on paper when you're moving forward through your research. This is for your grandparents. So I have two portions of this on either side. So 2 pages on your maternal line, paternal line. So write down your maternal grandparents and your maternal grandparents. And so this is their name, their mother and father, and then their siblings. Their name, their mother and father, their siblings. And now we're going into your second grandparents. This is your great grandparents. You're writing down your paternal side, your maternal side, their mother, their siblings, and that information. And again, just write down what you know, okay? I'm hopeful that the perspective stays pretty easy to understand. If you need like a pedigree sheet so you can see how this looks like, then those are pretty easy to find online and just print it out or maybe sketch one out for yourself. I might show a reference later on just so you have that information. But this is again, this is just a tool. This is just a catalog to write down the information that you know already because you are a wealth of info. If you have the information on your great grandparents, these are your second or your third, your third grandparents, write that information down, duplicate the page if you have multiples, or if you're doing multiple families, or if you're doing for somebody else. This is just easily duplicatable and apply as relevant and as necessary. So we have first generation you all the way to fourth generation, your great grandparents. And after that, I usually start saying fifth, sixth, seventh grandparents. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that explains how this catalog is used and is useful. And if you have any comments, if you have any questions, if you like any edits, totally let me know because I'm a big fan of editing documents as they stay alive and relevant. So yeah, totally reach out, totally let me know. And if you have any questions about how this works, reach out.